Sorry about that. Hold on. There we go. Let's play ball. Okay, let's play ball. Hiya, tribe. There we go. Turn off my music. I'm listening to Bob Dylan right now. Okay, I was going strolling through the April 14th schedule. Found this one. I think it might turn into something. I hope it does. This is Mickey Lolich versus Tommy John. Both two early stagers. Chicago White Sox at the Detroit Tigers. So, let us introduce our starting lineups here. So far this season in 1968, by the way, this is April 14th, 1968, I have thrown 11 shutouts. Welcome to Cardiac Baseball, kiddies. Leading off with the Chicago White Sox is, and they are 0-2, and for believe it or not, for real, that's what they were. They were dead last in the American League for a while in 1968 until they started getting their act together. Louis Aparicio will be starting at shortstop. He has yet to get a hit. Tommy McGraw will be right behind him, has a home run. Tommy Davis, fresh from the Dodgers, will be over here playing left field. Pete Ward is our third baseman. Dwayne Josephson is the catcher batting fifth. Ken Berry, who's been steady with the White Sox, is our center fielder. Buddy Bradford will be playing right field. Tim Collins at second base. And the pitcher is Tommy John, making his first start of the season. For the Detroit Tigers, Mickey Stanley will be starting off and playing rare place. He's playing first base today. Dick McAuliffe will be at second base. Al Kaline is at right. Willie Horton is at left. Bill Freehan has one of the lone home runs for the Tigers, who will be our catcher. Don Wirt is playing third base. Jim Northrup is playing center field. Ray Euler's at short. And Mickey Lolich, who's a switch hitter, believe it or not, guys. This is his first start of the season. Yeah, we always execute our transactions. That way we know everybody's on the up and up. And we'll bring this up real quick. Nothing to it. It'll show you everything I can. I can set this up so I can, as we are still early in the season yet with our season going here. As you can tell, this is not set up for a play yet. It will be eventually. And this is our stretchy version of 1968 Tiger Stadium, as we are here. And the first couple innings of this game is sponsored by the Schick Electric Center of Calumet City, Illinois. We have factory experts who will disassemble and clean your electric razor, install new points or brushes, oil with special lubricants, adjust to the electrical test standards, and align and reinstall your shaving heads just for $2.25. We are also located at East Adams Street here in the Loop. That is who we are right now. Schick, the tune-up specialist here at our electric center, Calumet City and in the Loop. Starting off is Louis Aparicio. Like I said, he is yet to get a hit this season. Lolich is on the mound. Here is the first pitch of the game. And it is a 665. Hang on. There we go. And Lolich is ready. Here it comes. And Aparicio takes one inside for ball 4. Due up here will be Tommy McGraw. Tommy McGraw so far looks like he's batting about 3 out of 8. Setting up the scorecard, kiddies. Don't mind me. Okay. Due up will be, here's Tom McGraw. He's our first baseman today. Does have a home run RBI. Here is the pitch to McGraw. Aparicio can threaten to steal anytime. And it is a 0-6-1-2. McGraw. Lolich is laying this one down. He rocks. There it is. And a swing and a miss by McGraw. Strikes out on a pure fastball. We have one down in the top first inning here at Tiger Stadium. Coming up is Tommy Davis. Tommy Davis did come from the LA Dodgers, as we can see here. And we'll bring the game up as I can. And this is on a nice little day game here at Tiger Stadium. And yes, no, Tommy Davis just came over from the 1967 New York Mets, where he batted .302 for the Mets over there with 16 home runs, 73 RBIs in 1967. Here's the pitch to Davis. And, excuse me. Mickey Lolich, in this early part of the season, seems to have his groove on, taking his time. Here he comes down. So that's another swing on a miss, and Davis goes down, swinging for 2 down here in the top first inning. 2 strikeouts for Lolich after he literally walked Aparicio on a very, very close inside pitch. Otherwise, he could have struck out all 3 this inning here. Pete Ward is our man. Pete Ward so far is batting 125, 1 of 8 so far. Here is the pitch to Ward. And it is a 4-5-0. And that's hit weakly over towards first base side. Ground there. Stanley's waiting there. He takes it right straight to the bag himself for the unassisted play. And we have 3 down. No runs. 1 hit. Nobody. 1 runner left on base here at the end top first inning. It is the Chicago White Sox, nothing, and the Detroit Tigers coming to bat. This is, hello, Red Sox fan. This is your game that you requested. Instead of the Red Sox, though, because it was Jerry Stevenson against Sonny Siebert. That's like, that's like someone throwing stones and someone throwing BB guns, BB bullets. I figured this would be probably, hopefully, a more interesting game. Hopefully it will be. We'll never know. Let's find out. Everybody find out together. We're going to play cardiac baseball. Here we go. Bottom of the first inning. Mickey Stanley's at the bat. So far he is 3 for 9. Does have an RBI so far and has scored 2 runs himself. Here is the pitch to Stanley. And it is a 9-6-4. That's heading out, looks like towards center field. Barry sees me waiting for it. That's a shrinking line driver. Barry gets a great jump in a hurry. He dives, and it gets past him on the dive. It's heading all the way to the wall. Stanley's on his way to second base. He gets past it. As they have to run for there. Getting over there, finally get the ball out in. Stanley's heading towards third, and he is in. Mickey Stanley starts the game off for the Tigers with a game-opening triple. On a ball that gets past the diving Ken Berry out to the deepest part of center field. No one was waiting for that one. Coming up is Dick McAuliffe. Dick McAuliffe is batting so far .250. Here's his chance to get his first RBI of the season for the Detroit Tigers. By the way, in this game, only 8,700 people showed up. Mind you, this is the team that eventually won the pennant and the World Series in 1968. So you can see where the bandwagon jumpers were in '68. Baseball, for some reason, really wasn't done very well. The NBA playoffs are still going on at here, and so were the NHL hockey playoffs, which is just getting started. Here is the pitch to McAuliffe. And it is a 1-2-6. Tommy John bears down. He's going to deliver on this one here. Strike 3 called as it hits the bet, paints the black on Dick McAuliffe. He just walks away, muttering to himself he should have had it. He knew it. Let opportunity get away. Stanley's at third base. Coming up to bat is Al Kaline. Al Kaline this season so far is batting .204, our beloved Detroit Tigers. Here is the pitch to Kaline. And it is a 2-7-5. That's heading right there straight at Pete Ward over third base. May not be enough for Stanley to get around. There's a routine grounder. Ward moves, fires, and guts the first for the out. And Stanley's able to get on in. As Chicago did not have the infield playing in, so Stanley was able to score the first run of the game here on the routine ground ball by Al Kaline. And as I've said before, and Beatles knows about it too, I've already chatted with Digital Diamond about fixing that Because in another game that I recently got, let's see what I've got. I just had a 2-0 Atlanta victory. Great plays all over the place. Some great double plays, too. God, I'm going to enjoy that game. I may broadcast one this weekend just so you guys see what I've got so far. And then the critics can come after me going, oh, you need to do this, this, and this. And that's exactly what I'm waiting for. The only thing I seem to be missing is just pitchers. And I may have to shrink them down a little bit. That's maybe half the problem. Willie Horton's kind of bad. He's batting 182 so far this season. John's at the mound. He's in the ready. Here is the pitch. He gets to go. He gets the sign. And it is a 102. Come on. There you go. And here comes the next pitch. That's a swing and a miss. And mark that one down as a strikeout for John. His second one of the game. And that ends the top first inning. The first inning here for the Detroit Tigers. 1 run on 1 hit. That triple by Mickey Stanley. Nobody left on base at the end of 1. It is Detroit 1, Chicago White Sox nothing. The Detroit Free Press did not bring out an April. I do not have an April 15th paper for the Detroit Free Press, so I can't use it. So I took the Chicago Tribune because it's probably the closest one I'm going to get to something like that. And for all of you guys, for all my ex-smokers and tobacconists, yes, here we go, guys. We have McBaron's Fine Tobacco, a plum cake type of snuff and chew. They lavished 2 whole years on curing, aging, and mellowing our 13 different blends. McBaron's, imported from Denmark in vacuum-packed tins. Yes, you can only get this at the Fifth was done by the Fifth Side Tobacco Corporation at 125 West 124th Street or 24th Street in New York, down on the west side. McBaron's Tobacco will be our sponsor for the next half inning or so. There we go. And due up will be for the Chicago White Sox is Dwayne Josephson, Ken Berry, and Bradford. We're going to move that. Is that medium? Okay, I'm going to leave it alone then. Don't touch it. There you go. All right. Dwayne Josephson so far is batting 167, which makes him about 1 for 7 or 1 for 9, I think. One of the two. Lolich on the mound has 2 strikeouts so far with this walk. Here is the pitch by Lolich. It is an 8-1-1. Come on. There we go. And here's the sign. Swung on that, slapped in left field, gets past the diving Ward in towards left field and picked up by Horton, who flips it back in very quickly. And Josephson is on with the first hit of the game for the Chicago White Sox. Due up is Ken Berry. Ken Berry's been the decent hitter this year for the Pale Hose, batting .429 so far, which puts about 3 of 7. Like again, the season is still young. The Red Tigers have a 2-1 record. The White Sox have an 0-2. The reason why the number of games is so short so far this season was Martin Luther King's assassination. Games got pushed. Matter of fact, Friday, April, it's the 14th, Friday, April 12th, there were only 2 games played in this entirety. That was it. Here is the pitch to Berry. The first part of the season of 1968 was definitely strange. In fact, 68 itself was strange. A lot of turmoil in 1968 for any of us who got to witness it and read it in the papers. And that's an offering from Lolich, heading out towards the gap in right center field. Kaline is going to be chasing that one down, and he picks it off for the out. Joseph has to scramble back to first base. We have 1 down. For any of you remember 1968, a very year in turmoil. If D. Scott comes in, I know he'll remember it. I do. I was all of 13 years old when I got to know all this stuff. Learned real hard. Here is the pitch. And it's a 1-5-1-2. Buddy Bradford has yet to get a hit this season. Lolich is sitting right there waiting for him. Looks right at him. Gets the sign from Freehand. Here comes the pitch. That's a swing and a miss. And Lolich locks him up. Just rings him up. That is his 3rd strikeout of the game. Tim Collins coming to bat. Tim Collins we don't know much about here for the Chicago White Sox, playing second base. I believe this is his rookie year. You never know. So let's go back. We'll take a quick look here on Mr. Cullen real fast. And now Mr. Collins trade from the Washington Senators. Batted .236. He's more what I would want to call a punch and Judy hitter. Came to Chicago in 1968. He was traded by the Senators with Buston Earn and Bob Pretty to the White Sox for Ron Hansen, Dennis Higgins, and Steve Jones. Not sure why they gave up Hansen. And believe it or not, back in August, him and Ron Hansen were traded back for each other. One of the few deals that happens in baseball history. He originally was with the Boston Red Sox, and the Washington Senators picked him up in the first-year draft that they used to have in the 1960s. So the Senators seem to have liked him, but he was a Red Sox originally. Here is a pitch to Cullen. Again, a punch and Judy hitter he's more notorious as. This is a .266 going to his way. Two down here in the top second inning, and he lofts up a fly ball. Skies went up there, heading out that way towards center field. Northrop's coming out over. Just camps for it, waits for it to come on down. Makes the easy grab, and we have another 3 outs here in the top second inning. No runs, no one hit, 1 runner left on base at the end of an inning and a half. It is the Detroit Tigers 1, Chicago White Sox nothing. Coming up to bat for the Detroit Tigers is Bill Freehand, Wirt, and Bill Northrup. Bill Freehand batting .182 this season so far for the Detroit Tigers. One of the better defensive catchers in the game. And for my historian nuts, he went 3 for 5 this game for real. Effects all over the paper. Bill Freehand is not in the Hall of Fame. Even though he's played 15 years, he only hit 200 home runs. He was a .262 hitter. But this man was a perennial all-star. From 1964 to 1973, he was an all-star. He even DH'd one of the first DHs for the Detroit Tigers. Became an all-star again in 1975. MVP's always on the MVP ballots, just was not in the Hall of Fame. One of the few that didn't make it. So eventually down the road, the old timers might pick him up. Here's the pitch to Freehand. It's one of my more favorite baseball cards too. And it's a 305 to Freehand. John cranking up, hit swing, that's hitting the air to right field, but Bradford starts, then steps back a few paces, able to make the easy catch on Freehand, and we have 1 down. Don Wirt batting .167 for the Tigers right now. I've got him in a few other games, a few other seasons, as a matter of fact. I've been playing right and left. On occasion, all of a sudden, he would show up and he would just hit the whale of hell out of the ball. Really does, just wails it out, and he ends up being my player of the game. Here is the pitch to Don Wirt. It is a 4-3-9. And John throws the rubber, winds delivers. That's a ground ball over to Aparicio, shortstop. He bobs it a little bit, but is able to recover, throws out Wirt, beats him by a couple of steps. We have 2 down. Okay. Coming up is Mr. Northrup. Jim Northrup's batting .333, puts about 3 for 9 or 1 for 3, 1 to 2. Does have a few home runs so far this early in the season for the Tigers. Scored 2 runs himself. Here is the pitch to Northrup. And it is a 4-3-2. And that's a second line driver out to right field. Bradford has to hurry up and get for it. He's waiting, coming on in, makes that step, grabs the ball. That is 3 down. And no runs, no hits, no errors for the Detroit Tigers at the end of 1. It is Detroit 1. The White Sox nothing. Due up for the Chicago White Sox will be the pitcher Tommy John, Luis Aparicio, and Tommy McGraw. I don't have a picture because I changed it. I didn't like the one they had. They showed us New York picture, and I found one for Chicago, so I changed it. So for this game, he will not have a face. And as we go along in the season, I'm going to transfer these all over to my baseball cards again. I will do that because I like doing that for you guys. And also, I like baseball cards because the back of the 1968 baseball cards, people don't realize, has trivia questions on every one of them. If you look at if anybody who still has their 1968 baseball cards that have like the brown frame on the bottom, if you look at the back, every one of them has a trivia question. Made it very good. Made them fun. It made me enjoy the game even more back then. So, let's see who we got lined up here in the peanut gallery today. Alexander is here. Thank you very much. Beats, how are we doing? Good to see you. See, if I like defense, you know that, Beatles. Sometimes defense belongs in the game. It really does. If they can elect a DH, they can elect defensive people. Aparicio is in because of his defense and his stolen bases. Dave, where are you at? So I know I can go with the snow yet with you because I think you're closer to me than anybody, except for Ron. Ron's over in Burlington, Vermont. I'm up here in Maine, so if that helps out any. But okay, are you in Boston proper? Or are you in one of the suburbs? Just to ask. Okay, you're up towards around Revere then, huh? Revere and Peabody? Up that way? Bedford? Okay, here we go, guys. Okay. I honeymooned in your town. Here's the pitch. And this is for Tommy John coming on up. So far, this is his first time up this season. Mickey Loach is waiting for him. It's a 198. And Mickey Loach getting ready. Like I said, right now he is El Fuego. And he caught John looking at this one here. Strike three. That is Lolich's 4 strikeouts so far in less than 3 innings, 3 full innings. Coming up is Luis Aparicio, one of only 2 batters for the Chicago White Sox who has seen what first base looks like. He walked his first time up, didn't attempt to steal. Lolich seems to have his number here because his stolen base rating is just a little low in 1968. Here is the pitch to Aparicio. It is a 3-4-7. And he put a piece of wood on that ball. That's looped out there towards shallow left. Orler's going out. Horton's coming on in. Orler gets out of the way as Horton's picking up speed. And he makes the grab. On a running catch by Willie Horton. Excellent play by our man. And we have, for someone with bad range, he showed good range today on this one here at left field. Tommy McGraw's coming to bat last time up. He struck out. Here is the pitch to McGraw by Lolich. And 1-3-3 heading out the way to McGraw. That pitch is on its way. Swing and a miss again and mark it down for another strikeout. Lolich has KO'd McGraw twice this game so far. That is Lolich's 5th strikeout, and at the end of 2.5, it is still Detroit 1, the Chicago White Sox nothing. Coming up to bat for the Detroit Tigers will be Ray Euler, Mickey Lolich, and Mickey Stanley. Don't mind me, guys. I fixed my score pad. I put the T's in the wrong slots for here. There we go. Okay. I keep a pad on the side here. Unfortunately, it's not the best one in the world, but it'll work. And for my players of a certain game that I'm starting to enjoy very much, I'm playing 1960. I got Action PC, guys. I finally got it. Okay, I picked the 1969 baseball season. I picked it because the first season of divisional play, It's one of the last seasons, when the season is heading towards pretty much the end of the year of the pitchers. And it's the last season before we got the cookie cutter AstroTurf baseball diamonds that the Beatles and myself have learned to hate so much. Though we still have to use them because I have them in 1978. Roy Euler's our shortstop today. Made more famous in Jim Bouton's Ball 4. Here is the pitch to Euler. And it's a 6-0-3. That is heading out towards right field. On that swung on and pitched a little light fair towards right field. Bradford, though, he got a great jump on this, and he was expecting it. Got a good, excellent jump. Makes the grab, and Euler is out. And that is the third play by Bradford. He's getting his exercise today out there in right field for the White Sox. Tommy John's getting them all to swing just enough late to push that ball out that way. He has good faith in his right fielder. Lolich is coming up to bat. Lolich himself is his first time up, just like Tommy John. Here is the pitch. Maybe John can return the favor that Lolich just did to him. And it's a 5-9-5. Not quite the favor. That is knocked down that way, heading over towards first base on the slow ground to the right side. And McGraw calls it, flips over to John, who's coming up to cover. And Lolich is out on a play 3-1. Due up will be Mickey Stanley. Mickey Stanley for the Detroit Tigers started the game off with a triple. And he scored the lone run so far for the game. Stanley is ready. John, hopefully he's got to be a little bit craftier on this one here. Here is the pitch to Stanley. Not crafty enough, folks. Stanley got a hold of that ball, and he's jacked it. He's heading out towards left field. It's going out deep. It's going to hit well back there. Davis, look at this one. It's gone. And so far today, it is Mickey Stanley 2, the Chicago White Sox. Nothing. Coming up to bat is Dick McAuliffe here with 2 down here in the bottom third inning. Tommy John's just doing this. He fed him the gopher ball. McAuliffe is ready. He is waiting. Our left-handed hitter here plays second base. Also throws like that. Here is the pitch to McAuliffe. And it is a 2-0-9. And Tommy John put a little extra mustard on this one here, and he got him to swing it out. McAuliffe couldn't make contact that one. Tommy John was just a little irritated with himself, and it's the second time he has struck out McAuliffe this game, and it is at the end of 3 innings. It is the Detroit Tigers 2, the Chicago White Sox nothing. Due up the bat here for the Chicago White Sox is Tommy Davis, Pete Ward, and Dwayne Josephson. We are here at version 8, I believe, is coming out. It's supposed to be coming out right before spring training. I don't think it's going to make it then. I'm hoping Mark does, but if not, I think hopefully before the season. So I'm catching on. I'll ask Mark. I'll send a pop a little email out to him, see what he says. But yeah, I'll have to ask, because if they bring it to $20, I've got all my seasons and I can still keep building. So. And Mark does not mind me building the seasons up here. So let's see what we got here. I have another paper here. And I picked up the 15th paper for this town because I went there, I had the scores in front of me. And learned a few other things too. Like the fact is that the Bruins are already out of the Stanley Cup hockey playoffs as Montreal swept them 4-0. The Boston Celtics are right now hot in the heels. They are 2-2 with Philadelphia. The LA Lakers are sitting back waiting to see who they're going to be playing in the basketball finals, which, by the way, will be held in April and not June. So we don't have to worry about TV interfering with it. I hate it when they do. Okay, let's see what I got here. And there are currently here in 1968, there are 20 Major League Baseball teams. 18 of them fly with United. So fly the friendly skies of United. You never know. You may run into one of your favorite baseball teams. And here we go. We are in the bottom of the top of the 4th inning here. A 2-0 shutout being delivered right now by Mickey Lolich. As I stated at the very beginning of the game so far here in 1968, I have thrown 11 shutouts, including 2 of them at 1-0. Welcome to Year of the Pitcher. And I am glad I picked this season. Even though the Red Sox did lose it, and they really didn't have the pitching, I'm looking forward to it. Oh, no I don't. Cancel that. My mistake. There we go. Okay. Here we go. Tommy Davis so far is 0 for 1. And that's a 609. He struck out his last time up. Lolich turns. That's a tap road to second up base. Up with it, and on the hop is McCall. Flips it over to Stanley for the out, and Davis is out on a 4-3 play. Pete Ward's coming up. Pete Ward last time grounded out 2. Mickey Stanley unassisted in the first inning. Lolich is ready. Here is the pitch. And this one here is a 9-1-9. As a little flurry, he's swung late. Little flurry heading out towards right left field. All Horton can do is a little bit slow now, and he hustled and tried to pick it up off the grass, and it only looked like a little line drive in the score field, but he got on the hop, flipped it back in, and Pete Ward is on with a base hit. Third time in 4 innings that the White Sox have managed to put a runner on base. But they've done so far not one White Sox to be able to see what second base looks like so far, where Mickey Stanley's seen it twice. Dwayne Joseph is our battle. Last time up, he got a single. He is 1 for 1 today so far this game, folks. Got his base hit in the second inning for the White Sox. Ward's at first. Lolich is in the stretch. Here is the pitch. And it is a 3-0-2. And he's going to try to take the lead. Not going to get there. Lolich fires it back over there. Safe. Ward does scramble back in time. Joseph's ready. Here is the pitch. And it's a 6-8-8. And Joseph Gessler pulls the ball up out there down towards the line. High fly ball. Horton should be getting there, and he is starting to carry a little bit, heading out there towards that foul pole, and he makes the grab. Ward scrambles back to first base, and Horton's got that out there. There's 2 down. Willie Horton's playing some decent outfield today, with him having the worst range out here of all 3. The Detroit Tigers have decent arms out there, except K-Line. K-Line's about the only average one out there that we got going on here. Air-wise, they've got an outstanding infield. Freehand is a good catch. He's not world class, but he is an excellent catcher. Here is the pitch to Ken Berry, who is 0 for 1. Last time up, he flew out to right field. And it is a 1-2-6 going over to Ken Berry. Lolich is ready. He's in the stretch, firing it back on in. Brings up, calls strike 3. Sayonara to Ken Berry at the knees. Bent him down a little bit, and that is Lolich's 6th strikeout of the game. That also ends the top of the 4th inning. At the end of 3.5 innings, it is Detroit Tigers 2, the Chicago White Sox nothing. Coming up to bat for the Detroit Tigers will be Al Kaline, Willie Horton, and Bill Freehand, the catcher, that we are now having a mini argument about. But that's okay. That's why I like baseball. We can argue about it and be fair about it. Everybody knows my channels, the Cardiac League Baseball channels, that I like to call my broadcasts and what I like to call a lot of my games, because most of them are one-gamers. And I do enjoy that. I don't mind good baseball arguments. Politics not allowed. If you discuss politics on my channel, you will be tossed. I guarantee it, you'll be thrown out. There is no politics allowed on the channel unless we're talking historical, like what happened in 1968. Because somewhere along the line, we're going to get up to August. That's going to be the Democratic National Convention where they had all those riots in Chicago, unfortunately. Here is the pitch to Al Kaline. It is a 5-2-1. That is heading out towards Aparicio. On a good hit, bouncing past John, gets past his glove. Aparicio to scoop it up on the run, fires it in over to McGraw, and he is out. So far, Al Kaline, that was 0 for 2 for him. Both balls were ground balls out to the right side of the infield. Due up is Willie Horton. Last time up, Willie Horton struck out one of Tommy John's 3 strikeouts so far this game. Both pitchers are pitching actually fairly clean, except for that 1 home run by John. Horton's at the plate. Here is the pitch. And it is a 2-9-6. Ed is heading out towards center field on a high deep fly ball. Barry is drifting leisurely back there. He's back there far enough waiting for it. And makes the catch quite easily. And Willie Horton is out. 2 down here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Bill Freehan is back to plate. Last time up, he flew out to right field. One of Buddy Bradford's catches. He is 0 for 1. He is ready to go. Tommy John's ready. Joseph gives him the sign. Here is the pitch. Excuse me. It's a 6-0-6. And John delivers. That swung on a hard line drive third base. Pete Ward gets that glove out there, slashes it back in, holds on to the ball on the run, makes the play as he heads into his dugout. No runs, no hits, nobody left on base at the end of 4 full. It is the Detroit Tigers are better known with Mickey Stanley. The Mickey Stanley Show 2. The Chicago White Sox, nothing. Due up 4. The Chicago White Sox is our same. Buddy Bradford. Tim Cullen, the rookie, or the Chicago rookie, is his 3rd-year player. And the pitcher, Tommy John, here in the top of the 5th inning. I know, Alex. Thank you. You are in agreement with probably every soul in this board, Alexander. Everybody wants Shoeless Joe in. Okay? You're right. It's a vendetta. People can't afford shoes and people who can't read either. So, you know, keep in mind he was illiterate too. So his wife read. If the story's true and 8 men out, his wife read to him, by the way. Yes, Shoeless Joe belongs in the Hall of Fame, and so doesn't Pete Rose. Just so you know. Okay? There are players in the Hall of Fame that a lot of us know who don't belong there, and I'm hoping if Al does his little show tonight, that we'll bring that up. People who do not belong in the Hall of Fame, but are there. I think we can all have a good choice arguments on that one. Here we go. We're in the top to 5th inning. Here at Detroit, in front of 7,800 plus fans. Here is the pitch to Buddy Bradford by Mickey Lolich. So far, he has struck out 6. And this one is a 7-3-0. Bradford's got it, heading out towards our shortstop. Oiler swung on that way as a hard line drive. Nice grab, Oiler, taking away before it gets into the outfield. And Bradford is down for the count. 0 for 2 now on a strikeout. Coming up to bat will be Tim Cullen. Tim Cullen lost out a lazy fly ball out to Jim Northrup in the 3rd inning. Third inning. Okay. And that's him so far. Here's the pitch. He hasn't made much noise today. Here is the pitch. It is a 6-7-0. And he hits another one out there towards center field. Northrup. Hopefully they're both ready for this one here. Hit high in the air, deep center field. Going back towards that warning track is Northrup, and he makes the grab. Good one-handed grab as he's using the other one to see if he can feel the fence out there and makes the catch. 2 down with Tommy John coming up. Tommy John is one of Mickey Lolich's 6 victims so far this game. Lolich is ready. John is ready. Freehan is ready. Here's the pitch. And it is a 3-0-2. Excuse me. That's heading out towards left field. Willie Horton, hopefully he's waiting for this one to come on in. That is hammered out that way, but Border's got a great jump heading out that way towards that corner at the foul line and makes the running one-handed grab heading out that way. Bounces off the wall. And he has the ball. A 1-2-3 inning. A hat-trick inning, by the way, for anybody who wants to know. Actually, nope, 77. 77? Not 79. There we go. And at the end of 4.5 innings, and it's now an official ball game, as everybody knows I like to report. It is the Detroit Tigers 2, Chicago nothing. Due up for the Detroit Tigers will be Don Wart, Jim Northrup, and Ray Euler. We are in the bottom of the 5th inning on a wonderful 2-0 game here. Good, tight, cardiac baseball style game. This is not complete cardiac, it's close enough. Don Wart's coming to bat so far. He is 0 for 1. Last time up, he grounded out to our shortstop, Luis Aparicio. Here is the pitch to Wirt. And it is a 6-2-1. He got a hold of that one heading out towards right field. Hit on the button. Bradford was waiting for him. Didn't even have to move. Makes the catch. That is one down here in the bottom of the 5th. Due up is Jim Northrup. Northrup so far today is also 0 for 1. He has flown out to Buddy Bradford. One of Buddy Bradford's now 5 putouts. For 4 putouts. Here is the pitch to Northrup. 2-3-0. And Jim Northrup looks like he's getting ready to repeat. Heading on the fly to the gap to the right center field. Bradford's getting on that dead run. Heading up there towards the warning track. Could it be off that wall? No, he makes the play. Gets the play on a sliding catch. And he stops Jim Northrup. 2 down here in the bottom of the 5th inning. The White Sox are here to play, guys. They are here to play. They're holding last place in the American League. And they don't want to stay there. Ray Euler's coming on up. Eddie Stanky's team is still fired up for this game. Ray Euler's at the plate. So far he is 0 for 1. He has also flown out to right field. Here is the pitch to Euler. It is a 3-4-5. He's got a hold of this one, winds up and delivers, and he hits a hard ground ball heading up that middle, but Aparicio have cut that off. Flips around, fires to McGraw, makes the nice play, and we have 3 down. On a great defensive inning by the Chicago White Sox, they are holding out there at the end of 5 full. It is Detroit 2 and the Chicago White Sox nothing. We have got to go on Bobby Catalano. Welcome to the game. Thank you very much for joining us. Good to see everybody. Good to see everybody's here. I'm hoping everybody's enjoying today's game. So far, we're at the end of 5 innings on a 2-0 game. Yep, gotta go back to my other paper here. Okay, dokie. You guys know I do this. You guys know I love it. Klein Sporting Goods, who we're going to be talking about today, folks, in Chicago. And they've got a great golf sale going on here at Klein Sporting Goods for every man or woman who serves you as a sports specialist. Spalding golf balls, a dozen True Flight Spalding golf balls at $5.88 a piece. They've got an 11-piece K-Flight golf set for all of you who want to start, just $82. Going up along with their golf bag for $14.88. And Klein, 7 great stores to serve you. They have 2 in the loop on Wabash Avenue, Washington Street, up in the north section of Chicago over there at Cicero Avenue, and at the Golf Mill Shopping Center in Niles. In the west side at West Madison Street over by Wrigley Field. And the south side over at Evergreen Plaza Shopping Center. The stores are open on Monday through Friday and at nights. Wabash is open Mondays and Thursday nights. And the Hillside store is open on Sunday. And you can charge it. Klein Sporting Goods honors all Midwest Bank charge cards. So for all of your golfing needs, go to Klein's. 7 stores waiting for you. Oh my God, where'd you get that one, Alex? I remember that game. Oh my God, nobody wanted to win that one. Holy crap, I was at Whiting Field, Florida when that game came around, a day game in Chicago. Or actually, they ended up going towards that. I think right around time when Chicago started playing night games too. Luis Aparicio is 0 for 1 with a walk. Last time up, he flew out to our left fielder, Willie Horton. Mickey Lolich is ready. Here is the pitch. And it is a 2-6-9. Lolich gets ready, spanked right to Oiler right shortstop. Didn't have to move on a quick couple of hops. Bob flips it over towards Stanley, makes the play, and that is one down here in the top of the 6th inning. Coming up to bat will be Tommy McGraw. Tommy McGraw has struck out twice to Mickey Lolich. Lolich has 6 strikeouts, 1 walk to go with his game. Giving up only 2 hits. Here is the pitch to McGraw. And it is a 0-5-9. And Mickey Lolich get ready to hand McGraw the pink bat. Call strike 3. McGraw stayed there. He thought it was high. It was letter high up there, just there. McGraw forgets that where the strike zone is. It's not there from the plate to the knees. It's there from the knees to underneath the armpits. Welcome to 1968 Tommy McGraw. Third strikeout at a letter high fastball. Chicago maybe need to lower their letters a little bit. Tommy Davis is up to bat. Tommy Davis so far is 0 for 2. Struck out and walked in. McGraw still just fuming. You can hear him in the dugout hollering at Stanky about the call. Wish Stanky would get out there and argue. Here is the pitch. And it is a 3-9-4. And Davis got a hold of that one. Line to center field right at Northrop though, and he's able to make the easy play. A 1-2-3 inning for the Detroit Tigers in the top of the 6th inning. At the end of 5.5, it is the Detroit Tigers 2, the Chicago White Sox nothing. Coming to bat is Mickey Lolich, Mr. Stanley, and Dick McAuliffe. Coming up is Mickey Lolich. Last time up, he flew out to left field. He grounded to the first baseman. That's what he did on McGraw, old Tommy John. He did get a piece of the ball. Tommy John is ready. He is also pitching a great game, even though he has given up 2 runs. He has struck out 3, only given that long ball to Mickey Stanley, and he's only given up 2 hits himself. Here is the pitch. And it is a 1-2-0 to Mickey Lolich. Comes on in, and he fires a bender of a curve and just ate him up on that curve slot, on that slurve. Just ate Lolich up, and Tommy John gets his revenge for being struck out first. That is the 4th strikeout by Tommy John. Coming up to bat is Mickey Stanley. He is 2 for 2. He has a triple in the 1st. He has a home run in the 3rd. So far, this has been the Mickey Stanley and Mickey Lolich show. So it's the Mickey Club. There we go. We've got the Mickey Club going today. I can't use the other name. I don't need Disney to come after me. Here is the pitch. It is a 4-0-6. And Tommy John got that ball out just a little outside. Stanley swung at it for some reason on a slow ground ball, taking it over there towards Aparicio, picks it up, fires to McGraw, and Tommy John finally gets Mickey Stanley out on a ground ball that looked close enough to the plate that made Stanley want to swing. 6-3, we'll call it. Dick McAuliffe is coming to bat. So far today, he is 0 for 2. He is a victim of 2 of Tommy John's 4 strikeouts. He may be getting handed a pink bat. Here is the pitch to McAuliffe. It is a 5-5-4. It ain't the pink bat, but it's a good hard slap. That's stepping out towards first base. McGraw's able to get his hand on it. Wait, he was sitting way back on this one. John has to come on in to make the play for him, and he does. On another 3-1, McGraw gets in just in time to get him out, and we are at the end of 6. Coming up to bat for the Chicago White Sox will be Pete Ward, Dwayne Josephson, and Ken Berry. I think I had Ken Berry's baseball card more than anything I know. All right, Al, how bad's your snow coming in, partner? Pretty heavy, or? Just gotta know, because I know it's coming back. Bobby, not this time. It's not like during last week. We're all getting pretty much one heavy storm, anywhere from 12 to about 20 inches. Unless you're on the proverbial coast of Maine, where they're getting 8 to 14, with a chance of sleet tomorrow morning and freezing rain. And also, they're getting astronomical high tides. At about 9:45 in the morning, the tide's supposed to be 11 feet already. The northeaster will push it back up even more. So Jay's Oyster Bar is definitely going to be flooded. That happens at least twice a year for that place here in Maine. So yeah, do keep an eye on the weather for you guys. I'm probably going to be up half the night, just so you know. Probably about 3 or 4 in the morning because they're going to call for the heavy stuff, and I need to get my snowblower out in the middle of it. I've got one of those little electric snow blowers that can handle about 6 inches of snow and not much more than that. So, and we're calling for up to upwards of 20 where I'm at, and I'm on a hill in a little bit. Oh, ID Jester, I will be waiting for you, sir. Thank you for coming back up with your wonderful, wonderful old Status Pro baseball game. I want to thank you. Meadowlands is not horse racing, that's harness. Ew. Aqueducts is horses. You know, you don't bet on the harness races, do you, Al? Had to ask. We are going into top of the 7th inning here just in time. Mickey Lolich is on the mound, 7 strikeouts. Pete Ward's the man coming to bat. He has grounded out the first. Got one of the 2 base hits for the White Sox. Here is the pitch. It is an 8-4-9. Third time around. Everybody pretty much knows with baseball is sometimes not the charm. Mickey Lolich is ready. He wheels and deals. That is an inside pitch. He had to step back on it. And that is a walk to Pete Ward. He's the only batter so far to get up here on a second time. Coming up is Dwayne Josephson. Pete Ward's at first. Get ready to take a lead. Dwayne Josephson's 1 for 2. He is the other one has the other White Sox hit today. Ward leads off. Here's the pitch. And it's a 6-0. Josephson got a good punch on that one. They're hitting up in the air to deep right field, but K-Line was waiting for it. He steps back down there, settles in, makes the grab. Ward has to head back to first base. We have one down in the top 7th inning here in Cardiac Baseball. Ken Berry's due up the bat. Ken Berry so far today is 0 for 2. He has flown out to right, grounded out, and has struck out one of Mickey Lolich's victims. Here is the pitch to Berry. Ward is at the lead. And he is not trying for it yet. Whoop, come on. Come on. There you go. On a 2-5-9, that is hit right straight at Lolich. Swung on that is a hard line back to the mound. And Olay! Lolich is able to snare that ball on a wonderful matador shuffle and a great twirl. Olay for Mickey Lolich. We have 2 down. Ward, and he almost looked at Ward. Ward didn't move, didn't even get a chance to take a step. That's how hard the ball went to him. Great catch by the defensive move, actually, by Mickey Lolich. Buddy Bradford's coming on up. So far today, he has struck out and flown out. We're here in the top of the 7th. Here is the pitch to Bradford. It is a 1-9-8. Lolich is ready. Stanley's holding Ward to the back. He's ready to pitch. Here comes the pitch. And he struck him out. He took something off that one on a change. He took something off the change. And we need Tribe and Jester to do their thing for the 7th inning stretch. Payback, Jester. Okay. And there will be no shenanigans today because I've already got a hold of that. I've got the anti-Jester non-shenanigans turned on, as he likes to mess with the Red Sox, but this ain't a Red Sox game. Thank God for that. We're to the bottom of the 7th inning. Al Kaline's coming to take his turn. So far, he is now batting 167. Again, keep in mind, this is the year of the pitcher. Oh, actually, PC Basketball, yes. I'm going to tell a few others about that one, too. I'm not sure about looking at that one yet. Beatles so far. I'm going to probably put up, if not late tonight, maybe tomorrow, I'm going to put up a Action PC game. I want you and Al to take a look at it and tell me if there's anything I need to fix. I just played day 1 of the 1969 season. Had Atlanta beat San Francisco 2-0. Great plays were out there. Beautiful plays were out there. Oh, yeah. Double plays. Outfield assist. Oh, yeah. Love it. Having a ball with it. Okay, let's see what we got here. Because I don't have the Detroit paper, I picked the other paper that I know that I can get good stuff of. My beloved Boston Red Sox, Boston Globe paper. Alrighty, let's see what we got here. And just as a reminder for my Red Sox fans, on April 15th, they will, on Patriots Day, they will not be, or April 14th, yeah, April 15th, on the Patriots Day game on April 15th, they will not be showing the game on TV. However, it will be on WHDH radio. And as a reminder, on the 15th of April tonight, will be the Celtics versus 76ers game, the 5th game of the series. They are tied up at 2-2. Just as a reminder, everybody. Here we go. Okay. Public service announcement for the Boston Red Sox and the Celtics, who are in the playoffs. The Bruins are out. They lost to Montreal in 4 straight games. Here we go. And these are in April, by the way, kiddies. Okay, they're going to be playing the NBA Finals in April, not the middle of June. Welcome to regular old-fashioned the way sports was played. Here is the pitch to K-Line. It is an 8.59. Don't get me started about the way the TV and the media is taking over sports. He has got that hang out deep out towards right field. Hits hit on the button. That's going to rise into a base hit. Brabs was able to get it up quickly. K-Line is stuck at first. And that is just the 3rd hit of the game for the Detroit Tigers. Mickey Stanley has the other 2, by the way. He's the only one. Everybody else on the Tigers has been shut down. K-Line's at first base. Obviously, he is liable for a lead. Let's see what we can do here. And not going to get it. Not going to get it. 868 is too much. And he'll keep K-Line right there. Willie Horton is at the plate. They say he's an excellent bunter. We're going to find out. See if we can probably get the 3rd run across. And 7.53. That's short, may be good enough. And it's a showing a bunt. He gets it down. A beautiful one heading up towards 3rd base line. Ward has to pick it up. He can only get to first base. As K-Line was able to get the 2nd easy and a sacrifice hit for Willie Horton. Runners on 1st and 2nd. Okay, so Willie Horton gets the out on a play on 5-3. They have intentionally walked out Bill Freehand for some reason. They're not going to let him do anything. He just bet 1 for 3, but he was 0 for 2 today, so I'm surprised they did walk him. Coming up is Don Wirt. Runners on 1st and 2nd. One of the few times we have actually a threat in this entire game. Tommy John's at the mound, wondering what Eddie Stanky was thinking about in walking Freehand. This is a chance for the Tigers to blow it up, to put it right out there. Here is the pitch to Wirt. And it's a 6-1-5. Here comes the pitch. Banged into shallow left field, but Davis was able to read it quickly, and we have 2 down. Coming on up will be the center fielder, Jim Northrup. Jim Northrup himself has flown out to right field. K-Line's at 2nd base. Freehand's at 1st. They both got a good lead. Go see if we can try to move and run on an old-fashioned hit and run here with 2 down. Here is the pitch. It is a 2-6-9. And that is hit, but it's not hit very well towards right field. The runners are going. Hit high up in the air, but Bradford was waiting for it to come on down. He's lost sight of it. Looks like he may have lost sight a little bit in the sun. Has to step back, gets some glasses on quickly, and makes the grab. Bradford may have lost it as we get towards the setting sun here in an April game. But he's able to make the play. We have 3 down, and Stanky called it right. Got it down 2-3 innings, and we have no runs. 1 hit, 2 runners left on base at the end of 7 full. It is Detroit 2, the Chicago White Sox nothing. Due up for the Chicago White Sox will be Tim Cullen. More than likely a pinch hitter for Tommy John and Luis Aparicio, unless they let John pitch it through. We have got ourselves a game. Dave Little, good evening, sir. Thank you for your basketball game. It got exciting at the end, but I see that If anybody hasn't watched it, watch Dave Little's basketball channel. Very, very exciting game. They tried but couldn't quite do it. I won't tell you who is who. Very well done game. I'd like to thank everybody here. Al, Red Sox, I haven't seen you. I don't know if you've done any games yet today. I'm hoping you will. Beatles is no one. I'm hoping you will. Okay. But we'll keep going. Dave, your games are fantastic. Keep going. I'm waiting. As I tease you on a note, I'm waiting to see the great Hank Finkel play. I know you've got 1970 out there, or I hope you do. 1970, 71. I hope you got Hank Finkel. We need to see what a 7-footer can't do. And then we get to see Dave Cowan. Yes, you picked one of my favorite decades of basketball. Especially one of the best games out there. Wasn't it in 1976 that Phoenix and the Celtics had a triple overtime game? If I remember right. They left the bar open for us just so we could watch it. Here is the pitch to Tim Cullen, top the 8th inning. It is a 0-9-3. Lolich bearing down on Mr. Cullen, and a swing and a miss, and he could not solve that Lolich curve. That is the 9th strikeout for Mickey Lolich this game. Mickey Lolich is on a tear. I believe he now holds, he is currently, even though it's on very shortly, it's been a short season, he leads the American League in strikeouts so far. Due up is Tommy John, but I don't see that happening. Not in a 2-0 game. They may leave him in there. No, I knew they would. They're bringing in Sandy Alomar to come in and pinch hit. Let's talk about Sandy Alomar real quick. I believe he is Sandy Alomar Sr. Has 2 kids. One of them is in the Hall of Fame. If not, it's him. Sandy Alomar in 1968 himself batted .253, had 12 RBIs. This was not a man who hit a lot of home runs, but he could hit. Very good slap man for the Detroit Tigers. Unlike me, oh no, not Howard Finkel. He's the WWE ref dog. That's a different guy. My wife knows Howard Finkel. Actually, they got to be very good friends. Howie Finkel's a good man. Don't knock him, please. Okay, Sandy Alomar and Jester. Because I only take one team in this game here, I'd get no option of who comes in. So I got it set so they know what they're doing. I wish I could do it your way. This game I can't, and I won't. I'll only take one team. That way there is no bias when I have the Red Sox coming up to play. That's why I did it. The only time I have both teams playing is National Pastime 3, and I try not to be biased. Sandy Alomar is the normal second baseman for the Chicago White Sox. This was a day off for him. He came out of, at the time, the New York Mets. He came in '67 to the White Sox as he was coming up. He also played for Atlanta. He's pretty much a spot starter. This was one of his first full seasons in the major leagues. In 1967, I believe this is Sandy Alomar Sr. Played until 1978. I believe he has two sons. One of them's in the Hall. I believe one of them's in the Hall of Fame. I think. Quote me wrong. Please do. If I'm wrong, please quote me wrong. Sandy Alomar came over to the Chicago White Sox in a trade with the Houston Astros. He was traded by the Houston Astros to the Mets for Darrell Griffith. In 1967, Darrell Griffith sent Sandy Alomar to complete. He was the player to be named later. That's what happened. In the initial play, the New York Mets sent a player to be named later, and Ken Boyer, to the Chicago White Sox for a player to be named later, and Bill Southworth. And I believe that in 1967, that was Ken Boyer's last season ever. Nope, he played until 1969 and went back to the National League. But he's only a part-time player unfortunately, for the Dodgers and the Chicago Cubs. Ken Boyer did play well. I liked him much. Okay, thanks, dog. Here we go, guys. But I do think one of the Alomars is in the Hall of Fame, but I'm not sure. That I'm not sure of yet, guys. I got it, and I really, I ain't gonna look it up tonight. We're in the 8th inning. Jester won. I'm hoping Jester gets started because I'm looking forward to seeing Jester. Okay, Sandy Alomar, pinch hitter. Mickey Lolich on the mound, has 9 strikeouts so far to go on 2 walks. Here is the pitch, 1 down, top the 8th inning. To Sandy Alomar. And it is a 484. And Stanley Amor did get a piece of the ball, swung on the ground hard over towards first base. Stanley is right there. He is playing it perfectly. Waves Lolich off, makes the play himself. I'd wave Lolich off too. In case anybody remembers, Lolich is one of the bigger players in the game, even in 1968. It's like it's like Billy Kilmer there in the NFL. You sit there and you look at him going, how did they make it? Well, believe it or not, six-pack abs back then was not a requirement to play the games. Luis Aparicio is coming up. He is 0 for 2 with a walk. Last time up, he grounded out to our shortstop, Ray Euler. 2 down, top of the 8th. Here's the pitch to Aparicio. And it is a 2-1-4. And Aparicio hits it out there, stepping that way towards Euler. Spanked right back at him. He feels it real easy and clean this time, and he is out for the second time by Euler. End of the top of the 8th inning. No runs, no hits, nobody left on base. At the end of 7.5 innings, it is the Detroit Tigers 2 and the Chicago White Sox nothing. Coming up to the mound is the legend himself, Hoyt Wilhelm. Hoyt Wilhelm, everybody knows about Hoyt Wilhelm. Let's see what he did in 1968 for his White Sox. He got involved in 72 games. He did not, I don't know if you want to call him one, closer. Back then they didn't call him that, they were firemen. And Lolich had the Fireman of the Year award all the time. He had 12 saves through 72 games, 93 and 2/3 innings. That means he threw a few 2-inning innings. Struck out 72. 1 strikeout per game, walked 24. That is a pretty much almost a 4. It's a good 3-to-1 ratio on that. Only gave up 4 long balls. 1 wild pitch, had an ERA of 1.73 with a whip of 0.993. This man was a terrific reliever in his career. One of the first you could call one of the true relievers. Him and Ted Abernathy back then. Dick Radish was good, but not like these two characters. Ray Euler's up the mound. Ray Euler today so far is 0 for 2. He has flown out and grounded out. This is only his 3rd time at bat. Both teams have had some great pitching today. Here is the pitch. And it is a 9-2-2. Euler got a hold of it, heading out towards center field, lined hard to the shortstop, just out of Aparicio's reach. Couldn't quite get the stretch on that, just misses his glove. Heads out there towards center field, and Barry picks up the ball for the base hit, and that is Euler's first hit of the game, the 4th hit of the game for the Tigers. Coming up is Mickey Lolich. He's going to bat for himself as he's got a game going on here. We're going to let him stick around. Euler, they're looking for the corners are in for the Chicago White Sox. Euler's at first. Wilhelm's ready, and here we go. Knew that was coming. It was going to be about 374. And Euler's on his way. Low showing bunt. Gets it down. He gets that good bunt picked up by Jefferson in front of the plate. He can only go towards first. Euler will get to second base on the sacrifice hit. Second sacrifice hit by our Detroit Tigers. 2-3 on that. And coming up is right now the currently dangerous Mickey Stanley. Mickey Stanley today is 2 for 3. Tommy John managed to finally get him out on a ground ball to the shortstop. By the way, he has a home run and a triple. So far this has been the Mickey Stanley Show. Again, like I said, Mickey and Mickey's, the Mickey Mouse Club going on today. He is ready. Euler's at second base. Stanley's at the plate, ready to go. Here is the pitch to Stanley. It is a 0-2-4. And Hoyt Wilhelm remembers he's Hoyt Wilhelm. There we go. He struck Stanley out. Got him on a nasty fastball. Down there, got him on a fastball that dropped a little bit. Got him out, and that is 2 down. Stanley strikes out. That is Wilhelm's first strikeout of the game. A lot of strikeouts going on in this game, folks. This has been the game. This is why I like this season. I don't care if it takes me long. Between this, my 1978, and my 1969 now that I'm going to play on the other channel. These are the 3 seasons, guys. If any of you don't mind, I'm going to concentrate on it. I will get some dead ball in there, Beatles, I promise. But 1968, 1978, and 1969 are going to be my 3 seasons to play. Here is the pitch to Dick McAuliffe. 168. And he got a piece of it, but instead he got towards Ken Berry. Hard line drive, but that was snared on a nice little snap catch by Ken Berry. Gets it down, slaps his leg, let him know he's got that ball, no problem, and that is 3 down in the bottom of the 8th inning. At the end of 8 full, it is the Chicago White Sox 0-2-0, the Detroit Tigers 2-4-0, and our last sponsor of the game. Just because I like driving everybody crazy, and I love this stuff. Okay, yes, here's one, guys. Enjoy this one. That's right. Do you have a rupture? No injections? No, we can sit you up. No injections, no straps, no buckles, and definitely no belts. Let us show you how to have immediately and long-lasting relief to help reduce your reducible rupture. The Sykes Hernia Control Service at East Jackson Boulevard in Chicago. Daily 9 to 4:30. Monday closed at 8 p.m. and on Saturdays they are open from 9 to noon. That's right, the Sykes Hernia Control Service. There you go, guys. Yes. Okay. I love it when I get these things. I love my commercials. I hope you guys don't buy my commercials. I have a good time with them, and it makes it part of the game. I thank you very much. Oh, Dave, we're not telling you. It was a great game. It was cardiac baseball. Jester's game was cardiac baseball, and I loved it. Thank you, Jester. Tommy McGraw's coming to bat. He is 0 for 3. He has the pink bat, courtesy of Mickey Lolich. Can he give him a 4th one? Mickey Lolich has 9 strikeouts so far. He is firing a gem. Here's the pitch to McGraw. And it is a 6-3-2. And what do you know? McGraw can hit the ball heading out towards third base on a real soft roller. Ward has to fly it on in, comes on in, takes it, and on the fly with his barehanded grab, flips it over to Stanley. We have one down on the ground ball by McGraw. Coming to bat is Tommy Davis, which means the tying runs it could be at the batter's box right now. Tommy Davis so far today is 0 for 3. Has grounded out, flown out, and he has struck out. McGraw Lolich is ready. Here is the pitch. It is a 5-1-7. And Lolich belt comes to the plate, and a nice hot shot right straight at McAuliffe. He is up with it real easy. And over to first makes the play. We have 2 down. Coming up to bat is Pete Ward. Pete Ward is the hope for the Tigers, the White Sox, to keep the game going for him. Mickey Lolich is pitching a beautiful, beautiful game out here. Pete Ward is ready. Mickey Lolich is ready. 2 down, top of the 9th. And it is a 6-62. Mickey Lolich got out there, gets him on the fly, gets him to swing late on a flare towards right field. K-Line's coming on in, and he has to make the sliding catch for the out coming on in. And on a great way to end a game, sliding catch by Al Kaline. The Tigers will improve to 3-1 today. The Chicago White Sox will remain winless so far this season as Mickey Lolich pitches a beautiful 2-hit shutout. Would I like to make the game official? Yes. Got to take a little bit because I got different stuff here. I skipped games to play this one, guys. I really did. I did it on purpose. So I apologize. There is no apologies for me. Mickey Lolich is the player of the game, as we knew that was going to happen on a beautiful 2-hit shutout. I need to do that first, guys. So I'll post it up later. I'll post it up during Jester's game. All right. As I've said before, they're going to improve this even more so than what they already have it as. So it could be kind of fun. As every one of us have been taught by the dean of the broadcasters, Al Red Sox baseball fan, let us go to the pitching department. Tommy John, who himself pitched a beautiful, beautiful game in a losing cause. Pitched 7 full innings, gave up 2 runs. Both of them were earned. A home run to Mickey Stanley, the triple to Mickey Stanley, and he scored both the runs. Gave up only 3 hits. Walked 1, intentionally walked 1, struck out 4. Hoyt Wilhelm came in relief, pitched 1 solid inning, gave up a single hit, and he struck out 1. Mickey Lolich, the player of the game, walked 2, struck out 9, gave up 2 incidental hits here in the game. He is the player of the game for the Bats. The Detroit Tigers had a grand total of 4 hits. Ray Euler had 1. Al Kaline had a key hit, which knocked in Mickey Stanley in the first inning. And Mickey Stanley went 2 for 4. The only player to have multiple hits this game, a triple and a home run, along with his lone RBI. Mickey Stanley could be the co-hero of the game as far as I can see this one going for the Chicago White Sox. 2 hits, Pete Ward and Dwayne Josephson, both in separate innings. Aparicio had his lone walk, so did Pete Rose. Tim McGraw struck out 3 times for a rather dubious office. Buddy Bradford was heading that way. This was the easiest reviews I could do, guys. I can't get any better than it. Can't get any easier than that. Detroit Tigers put a run in the first, run in the third, 2 runs, 4 hits, and no errors. A very cleanly played baseball game for the Chicago White Sox. No runs, 2 hits, and no errors. Here for the game, folks. It was a fantastic game. Would like to come out here. Let me give you my thank yous. I would like to thank Jester, who did not give me any shenanigans on this game here because it was not a Red Sox game. Al, Beatles, Dave, the dog. I'm glad you're here, dog, to show up for the game. Thank you for your insight on some of the players. Dave Little for your game. Thank you for coming on in to watch and enjoy. And I hope most Bobby Catalano was here. Alexander Raffini, thank you again very, very much. I was glad Beatles was here. Really am. Bobby Catalano, I'm always glad you're here. Thank you very much. And I believe we had 1 or 2. I don't think we had any more than that, but that's okay. Yep, Dave Gardner. I forgot. Dave, I'm sorry, partner. And when you get a chance, why don't you, if you can, would you please place a flower for me in front of Durgin Park, because that was the last good meal I had down in Boston last fall. Otherwise, we have to go back to the north end now. Durgin Park was the last place we went because my mom and my dad in 1952 had their first date at Durgin Park. OG, thank you for coming on in to watch. Tribe 78 and Tribe Fam, thank you very, very much. I appreciate each and all of one of you. Beatles is going to be coming up next. Or not Beatles, but ID Jester. The 3rd game of the 2010 NLCS playoffs. Good luck to both teams, and thank you very much. Have a good night. I will be in and out all night long. I've got to shovel snow myself tonight for a little while. And also I'm going to see if I can bring up a game to let you guys look at it for critique. And we'll probably bring up after 1 o'clock in the morning, okay? Thank you very much, and have a great and wonderful evening, folks.